From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for September 4th, Labor Day. Happy Monday, everybody. It's going to feel really nice. A little hot out there, though. Temps will reach around 90 degrees. It's going to be a bit humid, too. No rain today, but there is the possibility of rain later on this week. A 21-year-old is under arrest for a deadly double shooting at a gas station near Marian University. IMPD says Demarius Coffey is in custody for felony murder. According to the department, 2 men were found with gunshot wounds just after 9 Saturday night at the BP gas station on Cold Spring Road. That's near 30th Street. Police say both men died. Their names and ages have not been released. A woman was also questioned in the case and was let go. In Putnam County, a 19-year-old from Indianapolis is under arrest for firing a shot near an off-duty state trooper. State police say Michael McConnell was arrested Saturday. According to police, an off-duty trooper was working on a fence near 325 West and 450 North when McConnell stopped, fired his gun about 25 feet away, and then drove off. Police from several agencies started searching and eventually found McConnell. He's now charged with criminal recklessness with a firearm. For My Team 8, a security expert is offering perspective in a massive data breach impacting hundreds of thousands of Hoosiers. The Indiana Family and Social Services Administration announced Friday that more than 212,000 Medicaid members who get their health insurance through CareSource are affected. Last month, the agency announced more than 744,000 people had their information stolen. That brings the total number to more than 956,000 people. A security expert tells iTeam 8 a ransomware gang in Russia is responsible for the hacking. IBM estimates that the financial impact of the data breach exceeds $157 million. Indiana DNR says Canadian geese are here to stay. They can be aggressive to humans, but harming them is a federal offense. News 8's Adam Pinsker has the story.
It is against federal law to physically harm geese, although there are special exceptions for removing nests and problem geese. The key to keeping them away from your home or business is to make the area inhospitable. You can use dogs to chase them away or air horns to scare them off, but these animals won't flock too far away. Part of living in Indiana is sharing the road or water with Canadian geese.
Historically, pre-European settlement, these birds were native to at least the northern 2/3 of Indiana. So these birds were here historically.
These birds of a feather really do flock together. Since the animals are rendered flightless for about a month during the summer, they tend to travel in packs for safety. That is why they tend to be aggressive toward humans, especially near their nests.
Think about people maybe fishing in Alaska for salmon, and you hear about a mama bear comes up with her cubs. You want to vacate the area, right? Parents are defensive of their young.
The reason why you see so many of these birds in Indiana almost year-round is because they migrate to Indiana from as far north as the Arctic. A Canada goose's main diet is grass, and they can do damage to turf.
In terms of water contamination, that's been looked at quite a bit, and it doesn't appear that that's really an issue. It's difficult to separate animal sources of some of those contaminants.
DNR biologist Adam Phelps says Canada geese, like the bald eagle and American alligator, were almost extinct in the 1960s. They have since made a dramatic comeback. Phelps says geese that were tagged in Indiana have been tracked to 40 different states and provinces. Canada geese may not be the friendliest of animals, but we all have to share a habitat with them.
And people should, in my mind, really respect the majesty and the success story in terms of conservation these birds represent.
Adam Pinsker, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
Tens of thousands of people are stuck at the annual Burning Man Festival in Nevada and being told to shelter in place after a massive amount of rain. Thick, ankle-deep mud is making it harder for people to walk and drive. Roads to and from the site in the desert are closed. One person has died, too, although it's not clear at this point how. Now officials are telling people to conserve food, water, and gas. Singer and songwriter Jimmy Buffett died after a 4-year battle with a rare form of skin cancer. That's according to a statement on his website. It says Buffett had Merkel cell cancer and that the 76-year-old died in his home in Sag Harbor, New York, late last week. Buffett continued to perform despite his condition. His last live show was in Rhode Island in July. Merkel cell cancer is rare and spreads quickly to other parts of the body. Doctors say one major risk factor is too much time in the sun. Colts owner Jim Irsay today is remembering the life of Buffett. He posted a picture to X, what used to be Twitter, with a song quote. And he also made another post saying, "Rest in peace, the great Jimmy Buffett. I have many wonderful memories of this man and his music. At times I would even loan him my helicopter in the early 2000s. He was a true gentleman." Congress is poised for a messy September as lawmakers race to avoid a government shutdown. The Senate is set to return tomorrow after its August recess. House convenes next week. The two chambers have just a few weeks to resolve major differences over funding the government. According to a CNN report, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is urging his colleagues to back a short-term spending deal to avoid a shutdown. He says that they need to focus their energy on the larger funding fight later in the fall. The current budget is set to end on September 30th. Republican lawmakers are reacting to GOP leader Mitch McConnell's second public freeze. The 81-year-old Senate Majority Leader froze up for about 30 seconds during a media gaggle in Kentucky last week. Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley says there are a number of politicians who have served for too long. She says she's in favor of term limits and mental competency tests. Senator Mike Rounds from South Dakota says he spoke to McConnell over the weekend. He says McConnell is in good shape. The Capitol physician has also cleared McConnell to continue his schedule despite that freeze up. Taylor Swift's new concert film is setting records even with still a month to go before its release. According to AMC Theaters, it took just 3 hours for Swift's Eras Tour concert film to break the theater chain's previous single-day sales record. It says $26 million in tickets were sold Thursday. That breaks the previous record of $16.9 million for 2021's Spider-Man No Way Home. Fandango is also reporting record first-day ticket sales for the film. It is set to release on October 13th. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordo. Watch us on wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.